gorgeous queens. This is your love and relationship coach, Navi Bliss here. And today I wanted to come on and talk about the place that you're living your life from. And is it what's keeping you stuck? And is it what's keeping you away from what you want? So are you living your life from a place of going after what you want, going after your pleasure, going after your desire, going after that dream relationship that you really want in your heart? Or are you showing up in your life just from a place of trying to avoid being hurt, to avoid feeling pain? Because this is going to bring very different results for you. So if you're going about your life and you're not having the relationship that you want, whether you're in a relationship or you're single, you really need to ask yourself this question, because it is going to really affect what's happening in your life. So let's take the example of a woman that's in a relationship and she's approaching that relationship from a place of avoiding pain, right? And what does she view as pain? She views pain as being alone, right? So it's better to be in this relationship where she's not valued, where she's not appreciated, rather than to be alone, right? So she doesn't try to learn new skills or to try to do anything to improve her relationship. And she doesn't do that because if she does and she becomes the best version of herself and her partner does not respond, that means he's not capable of responding, right? And so that means either she has to live with the place of this person is not capable of being any better, and this is just the way that it is, and she doesn't have an excuse anymore, right? Because if she doesn't try, then she has an excuse, and she can say, okay, I'm not really showing up as the best version of myself. I don't really know what I'm doing here. And that's why my relationship isn't working. If she comes from an empowered place where she's showing up as the best version of herself and her partner doesn't respond, then if she stays, that's going to be sadder than her staying and having an excuse, right? Or she is going to be sad because she's going to leave this person, and what she's viewing as sadness, what she's viewing as pain, is being alone, right? And so she's just going to stay stuck in this toxic relationship, putting that fake smile on her face, grinding her wheels, just trying to keep it together. And I mean, this was me for many years of my life. I spent a lot of years of my life in toxic relationships that weren't working because I didn't want to be alone, and I just thought that somehow I was avoiding pain by being alone, not actually realizing that I was in so much more pain to be in that situation day after day, right? Because when you're avoiding pain, you're actually staying in pain, right? Because you're not having what you want in that situation, and that is pain. That's a lot more painful, and you don't have the possibility when you're in a toxic relationship to meet somebody else, right? So you have to leave that to create space for somebody else to come in your life. So that's one example. Another example is somebody who keeps breaking off a relationship and going back to the same relationship. This can also be a pattern of somebody who's trying to avoid pain rather than go after what they desire. And the reason that they'll keep going back to the same person is that this person hurt them, they disrespected them, they did not treat them well, and they did not feel valued, and they feel like they lost a sense of their self-worth in that relationship. And if that person comes back around, they're drawn to them and they want to run back because they somehow think that that person is going to restore the self-worth that they depleted in that relationship, right? And that's not how it works, because someone who is treating you poorly, you going back to them is not going to restore your self-worth, right? But that's, again, coming from a place of avoiding pain, right? And the pain is to sit there with the experience of the fact that you felt like your self-worth was depleted in this situation with this person. So you don't want to sit there, and so you just go back. But again, that's another situation that just is going to create more pain, right? So if you're stuck in a cycle of going back to the same person again, you're probably stuck in a cycle where you're trying to avoid pain, but actually creating more in the process. And then the third situation is the woman that is single, and she's just not even putting herself out there. So she knows that she doesn't want to be alone. She doesn't want to grow old alone. She wants to have a relationship, but she's not putting herself out there, right? So she's not dating. She's not getting support to learn new skills. She is just staying where she is. And the reason for that is, if she puts herself out there, she might get rejected. She might get hurt, right? So she doesn't want to get hurt. She's trying to avoid getting hurt. And so she is not even trying, because if she doesn't try, then she can't get hurt, right? But if she goes for it, she might get hurt, right? And she goes for her desire. But the thing is, she's living in this place of loneliness, and that loneliness is exacerbated because it's not actually being alone. It's not actually being single. It's the fact of like not even opening your heart and going after what you want and opening up the possibilities, that is actually the most painful place you can be in. So these are just some examples of situations. And if you're in any of these situations and you're feeling stuck, I want you to ask yourself, do I want to be in a place where I just keep avoiding pain because I'm actually just bringing more pain on if I stay in that place? Or do I want to start going after what I want? Do I want to start going after my desires? Do I want to actually call in and create space for that dream relationship? Because if I have the desire for it, it means that I'm meant to have it. So I hope this video was helpful. Leave me a comment. Let me know if this resonated with you. And if this is something that you would like support with, I would love to help you. I do have spots open for free 30-minute love makeover sessions. So please reach out to me. I would love to support you on this journey and get you to a place where you're going after the things that you want in your life instead of trying to run from the things that you don't.